Here's help. Act as if. The two preceding chapters explain the first two of the three steps in the miraculous psychological method of as if. 1. Imagine. As if. 2. Think. As if. Now we shall explain the third method, which is even more psychologically powerful. 3. Act. As if. This is the basis of William James' teaching of the miraculous power of as if. So, I shall quote the great psychologist directly. Action seems to follow feeling, but really action and feeling go together, and by regulating the action, which is under the more direct control of the will, we can indirectly regulate the feeling, which is not. Thus, psychologist William James teaches us that by acting as if, we feel better, or we feel happy, or we feel confident, or we feel courageous, we actually cause ourselves to feel the way we act. William James expresses it this way. Thus, the sovereign voluntary path to cheerfulness, if your cheerfulness be lost, is to sit up cheerfully and to act and speak as if cheerfulness were already there. So you have it in the great psychologist's own words that by acting as if we already feel the way we want to feel, we can indirectly regulate the feeling. By consciously controlling action, we control feeling. People used to believe only that action followed feeling. So if you felt unhappy, you acted unhappy. Your feeling unhappy caused you to act unhappy. Of course, this remains true. However, William James announced a new and miraculously helpful psychological concept. Not only does action follow feeling, but feeling follows action. So, if you feel unhappy, you can act as if you are cheerful and thus change your feeling of unhappiness to a feeling of cheerfulness, to be consistent with your acting as if you are cheerful. So, again, we see the law of consistency at work. When you act as if, however you want to feel, then to be consistent, you will feel the way you act. This proven success method enables you to change and control your feelings, your emotions, your mind moods, simply by acting as if. A few brief examples. Act as if you are cheerful, and you will feel cheerful. Act as if you are confident, and you will feel confident. Act as if you are enthusiastic, and you will feel enthusiastic. Act as if you are friendly, and you will feel friendly. If someone offends you and you begin to feel resentful and angry, change those self-damaging feelings by acting as if you are unperturbed by and tolerant of rude people, and instantly your feelings will change from resentment and anger to unperturbed tolerance. Thus, you can turn off undesirable and self-damaging feelings. Examples could be continued endlessly, but the preceding examples are sufficient to illustrate this very useful proven success method, which enables you to change and control your feelings, emotions and mind moods simply by acting as if. You now have at your command a psychological technique which can work miracles in your life. Be sure to use all three methods. 1. Imagine as if. 2. Think as if. 3. Act as if. Then, whatever you imagine as if, think as if, act as if, will actually become a reality, because your imagination, thoughts and actions are goal commands to your subconscious, which will direct you to or attract to you whatever is consistent with your dominant thoughts and actions.